Hi everybody. Just wanted to do a short observation of an incident that happened earlier this week. Uh, A500 southbound going through the city of Stoke. I'll freeze it at several points that I think are relevant. Um, the thing that I'm pushing at the moment with some of my pupils and students are what I call pushers and spacers, and these are people that um, there's four categories. There's subconscious spaces, the ones that don't have to think about it, that are creating space all the time, but they may not be conscious enough to create space for others. Then you've got conscious spaces, the ones that are aware of their own space, but also are conscious enough to create space for others. Then on the opposite side, you've got subconscious pushers. These are the ones that aren't aware of what they're doing, but they're constantly trying to invade other people's space, closing down gaps, closing down space, and closing down options for others. And then you've got the conscious pushers, the ones that are purposely, knowingly doing what they're doing. And there's a risk with the latter two, the conscious pushes and the subconscious pushes. So anyway, this is an example here, and I'll play it now. And I want to give an example how most incidents or accidents are caused not primarily by one vehicle or one poor decision, but several decisions that are played out all at the same time. It's a combination of mistakes. So I'll play this video now, and I'll pause it at several moments, and then just give my opinion of it. Okay. Okay, I'll pause it here. You've just seen the two cars in lane two. The first one overtakes me in lane two. You notice shortly after the second vehicle, who's a pusher, maybe a subconscious or a conscious pusher, the gap between the first car that overtook me and the second one is narrow and short. So the second vehicle is a pusher. As you can see in the clip now, he's put his left signal on and he starts to move into lane one. Now, the question is why? He could be coming off at the next exit, but if you notice now, just to the centre of the left, you'll notice when I play the video, you'll see the first sign of a coach, a green coach. It's coming off a slip road. Now, at that moment in time, that slip road is 30 miles an hour. And as you can see, and you'll see it when it plays out, that coach is a pusher. There's a vehicle in front of the coach that you might not see, which seems to be adhering to the 30 miles an hour. Until it goes further down that slip road, it's a 30 before it becomes a 50. So the coach driver is pushing the vehicle in front for one reason or another. So that's the first error with the bus. The vehicle you can see in the picture now that's crossing from lane two to lane one, he's put his left signal on. He can see the bus. He can see that his speed is slightly above the bus. He's probably doing about 55, so he's already speeding. And all he's doing now is he's closing in the gap between himself and the bus. Now, we don't know if the bus wants to stay on the slip road and head off to the A50 northbound, or it wants to join the A500 southbound. So the vehicle in front now is doing three things poorly. He's overtaking me and breaking the speed limit. He's pushing the vehicle in front. That's second thing. Now he's going into the lane one and he's already going quicker than the vehicle in lane two. So there's a risk now that he's now undertaking, and he's also narrowing the gap and pushing towards the green bus. So let's see how this plays out. So you can see the problem being laid out now. At this moment in time, the bus who's pushing the vehicle in front is probably about within a second of the vehicle in front. So he's already pushing the vehicle in front. We don't know where that vehicle's going in front of the bus, but the bus has been pushing him. We're now just about to enter the 50-mile-an-hour zone for the bus. The bus is probably doing 50. The vehicle that was in lane two that's now in lane one is now doing about 55, so it's now closing in the bus. So now we're going to get a situation where the vehicle in front and the bus is going to be roughly at the same point at the same time. Let's just see how this plays out. And there you have it. This is a good example here. At the moment now, you've got the bus with his right signal on, which he's about to make a decision now. He'll be looking maybe in his camera, or his centre mirror. He'll be looking in his right mirror and he probably won't spot that vehicle. And he'd be anxious to go into that lane because he wants to get around the vehicle that's been pushing in front. And the vehicle in front that's been closing in the bus is now in the blind spot of the bus. He's purposely put himself, knowing very well the bus has been pushing the vehicle in front, knowing very well that the bus has got his right signal on, has proactively, purposely pushed himself, consciously or subconsciously, alongside the bus. It's one of the most dangerous situations you can put yourself. And this could be a bus with 40 people in it. So the vehicle in front has shown no forward planning or anticipation whatsoever and put himself and others in a precarious situation. The bus driver, a professional driver who could have 40, 50 people on board, is shown stark regard for safety. He's purposely would have seen that car potentially earlier on and not adjusted his speed at all and purposely put himself in a situation where he's making a split decision, knowing very well he could have a big blind spot over to his right. So it just gives you another example where in this situation, thankfully, nothing came from it. But this, if I remember rightly, it was about 3 foot. The bus moved into lane 1 off the slip road as the vehicle in front was about 3 foot in front of it. So it was a very, very, very near miss. So this is a combination of how accidents can happen when more than one person makes very poor decisions.